This week, Levi shouts at Mac. Mac shouts at Levi. Justin shouts at Leah. And you guessed it, Leah shouts at Justin.
What is wrong with you? Seriously.
If you're not going to help me pack, just go home.
She couldn't even be bothered to pick up the phone and call you.
She replied to my messages. You're being ridiculous.
I'm being ridiculous. Okay, fine. Let's take a look at Mum's responses, shall we?
No, Dana.
No, you said, sorry to hear about Dad. She said, thanks. Then you said, can I call you to talk? And she said, not a good time.
Yeah, maybe it isn't a good time.
And then you asked if she wanted you to come and visit. And she said, if you want. If you want. You'd think someone that hadn't seen their daughters in a decade would be more interested.
This is something that I need to do, so can you please just give me some privacy?
Why? Why do you want? You want space to make more bad decisions?
So I can call Tane to ask him to keep Archie. I don't know how long I'm going to be away.
Tane's not going to like this either.
He doesn't need to know the details.
Can you just, hear yourself for a second, please?
I know that this is big. But I need to find out if she's changed. I need to know if she is stable enough to meet her grandson. So can you just back up?
We are Si and Sophie. This is Coastal News, a home and away podcast, your weekly episode companion podcast for your favourite Aussie soap.
Right, so back again, episode 2 of the new season of Coastal News. How are you? You okay?
I'm alright. How are you doing, love?
Oh, I'm not bad, not bad. I've got a bit of tinnitus.
Oh no.
Yeah, everyone's been shouting
Shouting.
all week. Yeah.
Well, Leah.
Every episode. Shouting
They
at
have a
each
bit.
other.
I think I put a tweet out earlier in the week when I was like, just to recap, this person's angry, that person's angry, Cash ate a burger, and I don't know what else happened today. That's about it.
Honestly, just there's just a lot of conflict, let's say, going on, isn't there? And although I like the show when it's like, I think it does this sort of stuff well, but I think we've just got a lot of the same on different story threads happening together. There's the light and shade sort of imbalanced a bit at the minute, I would say.
Definitely.
I mean, it comes to something when the light stuff was provided by the bloody record label. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So how was it for you this week, home and away?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those weeks where I've enjoyed it as I've watched it, but then thinking back, I'm like, I can't really name that many moments that made me go, oh, that was a good thing, or I really enjoyed that. It was just one of those good weeks in terms of things kicking along, bumbling along, but there was no big drama. There was no. If you said to me, what was your best moment from this week, I'd struggle to remember.
Nothing stands out. Yeah,
apart from John coming home, which was probably the highlight of the week, to be fair.
Yeah, you're right. And I think he's here to save the day because it's been very somber and very... We've been in this weird sort of grey mood, I would call it. And I think, thank goodness he's back to save the day. Things are looking up.
Yes. Did you feel the same way then about the week as I did?
Yeah, I did. Every storyline really is still where it was. As you said, nothing's really progressed except from the characters are sort of stuck in this fight. It feels like,
Yeah.
And it's even, there's collateral as well, like characters that are not even, Maz hasn't even got a story, and even she nearly got pulled into one of them this week vis-a-vis Dana. So it's I'm on edge. But I don't mind storylines on this show when they're like that. I think they're really well written. And because I think this is one of the better acted soaps, I I think the actors do really well with it. I think the performances have been great, so I enjoy that aspect of it. It's just all happening at the same time, and it's hard going sometimes.
It is. I think it's, for me, it's the fact that it's not repetition every day. We're not having. We might still be angry. Like Leah might still be angry, but she's not saying the same things every day. She's not doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Doing thinking the same things, or the fact that she's escalated and gone down to the Coastal News and been arrested. It's moved that storyline on from her just sitting in the house being sad. If she'd done that for 3 episodes, I think I would have got annoyed.
That's
true.
Yeah.
Because it's different, because she's got, she's still grieving, she's still angry, but her grief has turned into getting arrested or going missing overnight, or things have happened within her anger and her grief rather than just her being angry and grieving, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. She has been very mobile.
She has.
And there was a nice callback to her arrest at Stunning Organics as well, wasn't there? When Sarge Davies said she had previous. So,
it wasn't that. It was the you mean the graffiti when she got arrested?
She got arrested. Was that not what he was referring to?
It wasn't Stunning Organics. It was still Kirby, but it was when the company
that was it.
Changed the picture of Kirby. They photoshopped it, didn't they?
That was it. Sorry. Yeah, you are right. Well done. Well remembered. Yeah. She was some sort of public unrest. She was arrested for, and she's done the same again.
Yeah.
Thank you to security Stu on reception. Did a cracking job stopping her getting in.
Oh dear.
I've been asking, sort of polling on the Twitter, sort of like a new thing we're doing, what people are thinking of the week, and I must say it's the voting is pretty scattered around. I'm asking people to sort of rate the number of surfboards, and there's it's pretty much 20-ish% on each one between 1 and 4. So people are sort of divided on the sort of scale of how they feel about it. And I think it's because, like I say, although it's tough going, I think you enjoy the performance.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the writing's good at the minute as well.
Yeah. And if there's a character that you're not so keen on that's getting a lot of airtime at the moment, that's always going to affect your mood.
Of course. Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
Right, before we get into it, just a little bit of admin for you, because we need to say a massive, massive thank you to listener of the pod and regular contributor on Your Say on the Bay, I must say as well, and that is the very loyal listener and the very lovely Sam, who has taken and gone on to our Buy Me a Coffee link, which is on all our show notes, isn't it? And donated to us. Thank you very much, Sam.
Thank you.
We were blown away. Thank you. You don't have to do that, and appreciate. You enjoy. You always give us great feedback about enjoying the show. It's nice to have you with us, and thank you for your contributions to the podcast. Let alone that it's just blown us away. But thank you. We don't really promote that. We have it as like a bit of an option to tip us, don't we?
Yeah.
But we get a bit awkward around it. So
we're not doing it for the dosh, are we? Let's face it.
No,
it's a nice
we do it.
gesture. If you did want to do that, that's really nice. Thank you, Sam.
Yeah, really, really. Thank you. Admittedly, we probably won't buy coffee with it. If it does go towards any beverages, it'll be stiffer. Because that's how Sophie likes it. Or we'll put it into the pod is normally what we do in sort of the running and upkeep of the pod. And this is probably the one and only time we'll do this year. But if you want to do that and contribute to that, thank you for even considering it, especially this day and age. But the link is in our episode description and show notes, should you find yourself there. It just helps us keep this thing going,
Yeah.
But we do it for the love. We don't do it for the cash, do we? Thank goodness, because blimey, we'll be paying any bills with this. Oh my lord.
We're in the negative, aren't we? Let's be honest. But there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Right. Do you want to talk about this week's Home and Away?
Might as well. I'm here now. Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it. Mac's back. Return of the Mac again.
Mm.
She's not happy, is she? She's been summoned back by another phone call from Eden to say her fella got arrested. You remember Levi punching that patient last week. Highlight of the week. And she's through the door, she confronts him about it immediately, doesn't she? She's come back with this attitude. She's ready for a fight. She's not really looking beyond the reasons why he's like this, and she's not really, I don't think she's in a space to really reflect on herself at the moment, is she, with this?
No.
And I'm putting that lightly. She tells him, the reason she's home. She wants him to explain it to her, and how much trouble she's in and what's going to happen. A row soon erupts. And I must say, I think I'm with Levi here when we do this, and it'll be interesting to see your thoughts, because she's like, he's at it, what are you doing? She's all saying to him, why did I even bother coming back if you're prepared to throw your life away? Because of course he tells her that he's going to plead guilty. I mean, the guy did it with a load of witnesses. He can't not, can he? Do you know what I mean?
No.
He saw red, didn't he?
Yeah.
She doesn't want to talk about it. Levi feels hurt. Everyone's getting upset. He's saying to her, you disappeared on me, refused to speak to me, didn't answer my calls. Is there even an us? And I think they are really valid questions to ask her, given what she did.
Yeah.
Where are you at?
Exactly. Yeah. So from what we kind of can infer from what we've seen on screen, she's not been answering the calls when he's called her, but she has been having chats with other people. Like she's been having chats with Marley.
Marley, yeah.
So it's like, why are you sort of freezing him out? And I don't get it. Like, if I was Levi, I'd be really annoyed. And he's not really annoyed with her either. Like, he's annoyed with her sort of while she's away, but he's almost relieved that she's back and, like, is happy to see her. But then immediately she starts having a go at him, doesn't she? Whereas I'm like, I'm sort of thinking it should be the way around. It should be Levi having a go at you, really. But
Yeah.
he isn't doing that, because he's giving her some grace and going, I know you're feeling this and you're feeling that and the other. She's not doing that back. She's not got that empathy back to him. It's a bit strange.
Yeah, it is. And look, we're not, this is, I've said this a few times now. This story is about making, I think is what I'm understanding it to be, is making us see this from the male perspective when this happens. And I think this is an interesting way, because I think the first time this happened, it was very sympathetic to Mac, the storyline. I think the storyline was, I mean, Levi was bending over backwards for her. Then, this whole IVF thing, he's doted on her, hasn't he, through it all?
Yes.
And then it's all now on fire, and she's shut down from him. And I think this is about his perspective, and I'm enjoying it, but I'm also getting irate, and I am responding to it. Maybe it's because I am a fella, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think
I'm having a strong reaction.
If she can act like that, imagine if he did the same. Imagine if he acted the way that she did. We'd get absolutely nowhere, because both of them would be angry, shouting at each other. He's having to not be the shouty one, because there's no room for him to be angry. He's got to sort of take whatever she's throwing at him.
Yeah.
And his anger's kind of secondary to that. Like, he should be angry at her, but he can't be, can he?
Yeah, exactly. Because in her eyes, she'll always be above that. She'll always come, her feelings are first. And there's nothing wrong with feeling that kind of selfishness, but it is part of her trait, isn't it?
Yes.
And it just feels amplified given what's happened. Now she scoots off to work because they get interrupted with Marley, and she's bumping into Tane, and then she has to tell Tane about the baby loss, doesn't she? Which then makes her run back home, and then another screaming match ensues, because she's like, you were supposed to tell everyone. And this is the part where, for me, that turn of redemption, where I'm just thinking, is she going to relax and realize she's been a bit of a cow, and he's going to forgive her? And this was the part for me where I was like, is there any coming back here? Because she screams at him, and then not only does she say, you promised to tell everyone, in other words, I ran away so you'd have to deal with people and I wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not all on him, right?
No.
She needs to bear some of that as well. As shite as it is, she's got to bear some of that, right?
Mm.
And if not, like, both go away. Like,
Yes.
do you know what I mean? Like, you're supposed to be a team, and he says that to her multiple times. Instead, on top of that, she says, well, it's okay for you. I'm the one that lost the baby. You swanned off to your sister's wedding. Holy moly.
Mm.
That's the moment, isn't it, that gets Levi. And he's like, you insisted I went. How dare you? You know, he storms out, doesn't he?
Yes.
If your point was to push me away, well, done.
Mm.
And at that point, I thought, this is a guy who is like, there's no reasoning with this girl.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much he could have thrown in her face. I mean, that whole "you pasted a smile on and went to the wedding" thing. I was like,
Oh,
I literally was like, oh, because she's pasted a smile on for the whole time she's been at Dean and Ziggy's. You know, pretending that everything's fine. You know,
yep.
she even admitted it to Tane. She was like, oh, I had to, you know, sort of, kind of, I don't know, like pretend that I was happy when I was holding my niece, you know, because I was dying inside, but I was having to put on a front. And I was like, yeah, so you're allowed to put on a front, but you're saying that he pasted a smile on and went to his sister's wedding. That really annoyed me. But
Yeah.
also, like, he's done really well not to throw stuff back in her face. The thing about the Tane situation where she said, oh, you should have told him because, you know, I told you to tell everybody, and so I didn't have to deal with it. We wouldn't have had to tell Tane anything if she hadn't told Tane too early. That, I know this is like he said, she said, whatever, you
Yeah.
know, shoulda, woulda, coulda, but she told people. They were, first of all, they agreed to keep it quiet, didn't they? They found out she was pregnant. They said, let's keep it quiet, you know, not tell anybody, because, you know, things can happen, and normally people wait till 3 months, don't they? There was a
Mm.
conversation about that, and then 3 scenes later she told Tane, he told Abby, you know, everyone knew about it. And I was like, if you
Mm.
hadn't done that, Mac, if you hadn't run off and told Tane immediately, you then wouldn't have to tell Tane what happened. You've
Yeah.
kind of created this situation yourself.
And I
Well, she doesn't
wonder if that's
acknowledge that.
part of. Yeah, you're right. And I'm wondering, as you're describing that, whether that's part of her the reason for her behaviour,
Yeah.
because
She's mad at herself.
she's mad at herself and she's projected it, isn't she?
Yeah.
Spot on. Yeah.
But
I
she's
mean, the
making
fact
everyone
that it.
feel bad.
Yeah, it's particularly Levi. The fact that it takes him to pack his bags for her to
Yes.
apologise as well,
Yes.
which tells me she's not serious in all this
Mm.
thing, in all this
Mm.
what she said to him and done to him. It was just because she was angry at everything, rather
Yeah.
than and she, like, it was just to hurt his feelings. And it's like,
Yes.
you've gained nothing out of this, and then the second you're going to end up on your own, it's all about her still. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, sorry, you know,
And
you
then
were
how long's
right.
that going to last? Because she's only saying sorry because he was walking out. Well, she wasn't saying sorry because she's
Exactly.
really sorry.
And if you ask me, he should have made her sweat some more. I know she's going through it, and
Yeah. I can
rationally,
see it.
no.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think I'd have said, I'm there for you, you know,
Mm.
but I can't stand here being shouted at. And what she said was really hurtful.
It
And
was awful. Yeah.
how on earth he got through that wedding, I'm not saying what she went through wasn't awful,
Mm.
but she also chose to lie in that bed all day away from the world, and I can understand that choice. I really can.
Yes. Yeah.
Um, but, you know, that commitment he had to give his sister away or whatever, you know, at the wedding,
Yeah. She talked him into going because he wasn't going to go at one point, and she said, "You
and
have to. You're the best man. You're doing the speech. You're walking
yeah.
down the aisle. You know, all of
And
that
what
stuff."
she didn't see was how agonizing it was for him to get through that day. He left early, even,
Yeah.
you know, like, he struggled to get through that day.
Mm.
Um, so frustrating, so
Mm.
frustrating. It seems like, I don't know. I'm with you on this one, Sophie. I think he's forgiven her very quickly, and I think, you know, you can't unsay things, can you?
No.
Whether this will rear its head, you know,
Mm.
this resentment of, you know, it happening to her and not him,
Mm.
and yeah, will come back up.
But she's not taking it out on just Levi either. I mean, she had a go at Cash, you know, because she's
She
found
did,
out
yeah.
about the arrest, and then she's going to Cash like, oh, can you not do something about it? Can you not make this charge go away? And it's like, lady, that's not how it works. And she's making him feel bad. And I was like, it's got F all to do with Cash. This is you and Levi. This is a personal private matter. This is nothing to do. Cash is only involved because it's escalated, you know.
Yeah.
He's not going to be able to just go, oh yeah, it's all right because he's my brother-in-law. I'll just make this charge go away. That's ridiculous. Like, I was really annoyed about that. I was like, you're being unreasonable. And she knows that. Like, if it was somebody else saying that to Cash, she would say that's not reasonable. She would see it from someone else's point of view, but she's just so tunnel vision and so annoying at the moment.
Yeah.
And I want to feel bad for her, but actually I'm finding it hard because of her behaviour and her attitude.
Yeah. Yeah. Spot on. Absolutely spot on. I think we're all feeling the same, aren't we?
Yeah.
And it's interesting because she's such a popular character.
Yes.
How does she come back from this? It'd be interesting to see if children isn't in their end goal. How does she come back from it without being awarded the child? It would be the most interesting way to write this.
I don't think I want to see them go through another IVF thing, though. Can you imagine?
No.
If they did make up and then she decides, actually, I want to have another stab at it, I don't think I could do this again.
No, I don't. I don't even think I could go through the anxiousness of her falling, even if she fell pregnant naturally all of a sudden.
Yeah, true.
I just don't think I could. Let's even say they do IVF again and it goes swimmingly and she gives a bit. I don't think I could go through it.
No, well, the trigger
exhausting.
injections, Mac wasn't a very nice Mac. You know what I mean? She was pretty being a pretty unreasonable cow when she was going through the IVF stuff, wasn't she? Because she didn't. When she's wounded, either physically or emotionally, she's not very nice to be around. You know what I mean? Like she's just not a nice person to be around. So I don't think I'd want to. I don't think I want to see that again. Because even the IVF journey up until the point where she was pregnant was painful for us to watch, wasn't it? So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Let's see where we go. We're on shaky ground. I'll tell you. Now, somebody else who's on shaky ground is Leah, especially with most of us these days. She's, of course, working at the coffee cart and spots the coastal news, doesn't she? Now, the whole front page is splashed last week with this front page article. By the way, this is all still the same, but it's still Theo's birthday. This paper's still in print. And it's like 3 episodes later.
It's the first birthday Theo's had, and he's dead, and it's happened. It's gone on for a week.
I know, it's got his whole story arc.
Oh, bless him.
And of course, you've seen it. It's very Lacey favourable. Leah is fuming and storms up to the surf club and unleashes hell to Lacey, doesn't she? You know, you're not a hero. You're the reason he is dead. And then Alf shouts at her, and then I choke because I gasp on my Weetabix. Because Alf's like, oh, you know, you don't. We've seen Alf shouting at drongos and the youth a lot, haven't we? But we don't see him sort of reining in some of these longer term characters very often, do we?
No. Yes, that was scary. It doesn't matter who you are, doll. You don't shout in the surf club. That's what the lesson is.
Yeah, just reinstalling himself as king of the surf club there, wasn't he? Not on my watch. I mean, she gives it him back later, I will say, which was just as enjoyable.
True.
Stay out of my business, Alf. She's at it. Oh, that's it. Alf's in everyone's business and he's allowed. Shut it.
He's got good advice. You're not ready to hear it yet. That's the problem.
Yeah. Now, I mean, elsewhere in town, as Sarge hears about this, he wants Lacey to take the AVO out, doesn't he? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Leah on an ASBO.
Oh,
my
dear.
God. Can't go anywhere near her. Sarge's approach here is not very Summer Bay, is it? I'm struggling with Sarge, have done for a while. But this is aching back to Cash trying to give Alf a speeding ticket. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
it's
that
like
was Rose.
Oh, Rose! Oh God! What am I doing?
Don't you besmirch my Cash movie.
It was Rose. I do apologise, and I stand corrected. My memory.
Don't come
Sorry,
at my
Cash. Sorry, Cash. I'll make it up to you.
No, you won't.
Yeah, but you know when it's just like city
Yeah.
cop doesn't really understand. Like you don't
Yes.
go giving your neighbours
Yes.
AVOs, do you? Come on.
Yes. And it
What's he
just
playing at?
it highlights to me the fact that the Langhams have got very short memories because they've just gone through the exact same thing with their own family. You know, they've had a car
True.
accident that has ended in someone in the family dying
Yeah.
and someone
Yeah.
else being responsible for that accident, or we thought they were, and then someone else accusing them and shouting at them and having I mean, let's be honest, the first time we saw Jo in the bay was when Lacey slapped her around the face. You know, because they had
That's
that big
very true.
big
Yeah.
bust up outside the surf club.
Brawling.
I don't remember David saying that Jo needed an AVO.
That's true. Oh yeah, he's got double standards as this fella, hasn't he?
Mm.
I don't like his policing. Do you know what? I don't. There are times when I don't mind him as a character,
Yeah,
but now I think about it, it's when he's not on the job.
he's a hypocrite.
Yeah.
It's his rules for you, but then he gets to break them when it's himself.
Now I'll tell you what's interesting. Cast your mind back. Do you remember Lacey warning us about that
Oh,
right at the beginning?
yes. I do now you've said. Yes, well remembered.
Yeah. See, I remember something. I just don't remember who gave Alpha back. But
Speeding ticket.
Oh my god!
You're falling apart, aren't you?
I think we just need a little reset on this episode.
We're only two episodes into the year and we all need a holiday. Oh,
These breaks, they don't do any good for me.
No, they don't. It's January,
Right.
doll. We're all a mess.
Where were we? Where were we?
I don't know.
Oh, Lacey warning us. Right. So
yeah.
she did say, didn't she? You know, through dialogue with other characters that, you know, he might portray to be the rules guy, but he'll bend him when he wants to. And
you're right.
So
yes, I do.
it's just
I don't
another
remember who she
example.
said that to. Was it Theo she said that to? I can't remember. Or it might have been Leah, actually.
Yeah, do you know it might? And do you know there was a whole big thing about discretion, and then this week he uses the same words, doesn't he?
Yes.
Because Leah is not happy at all. She doesn't know about the AVO, thank God, and hopefully, you know, Lacey does say, "I don't want to even go down that road." She gets it. She gets it. She needs to see us. She wants to be able to go and get a coffee and a flat white. Do you know what I mean? So Leah's feeling like no one's standing up for Theo, only her. She phones the Coastal News to try and get them to reprint the front page. I mean, that was like the horse has bolted on. It's on everyone's bloody kitchen table. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then she ultimately ends up going down to the Coastal News office and trying to get in there to speak to the editor, causing a scene. It's off screen for us, thank God, because I think I've been falling over laughing. And she gets arrested, and this is when she's then back in touch with David at YCPD, isn't she? And he says it's a second offence now. This should be prosecution, but he makes a big deal about police discretion. So it's another example of perhaps David making a decision that might benefit himself and his daughter. I'm expecting him to want leverage on the way she's speaking to Lacey now. Like, I've scratched your back. You could have been doing prison time for this, or you could have been paying a massive fine. Can you just lay off Lacey a bit? He's going to want something in return, is my feeling.
You've got a point. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's got that in his back pocket then, hasn't he? To any time be able to show that card.
Yeah.
Or even
he
to
kept
Justin.
leaving the room.
Yeah. If you could ask Justin a favour, because he can say, well, there's that time I helped your missus not go to prison, you know.
Yeah, he's got that now, hasn't he? So it'd be interesting to see when he plays that card. We'll have to make a note and keep an eye out for it. In between all this, let's talk about this Sonny sitch. Because Leah has been playing PlayStation with Sonny. And she refers to him as Theo. And Justin's a bit like, You just said Theo. Oh, slip of the tongue. Now, we've been sort of saying, or last week, I'm going to say for a couple of weeks, but we've only been here 1 week. Last week, we sort of floated this idea, didn't we, of this attachment and it not being very healthy. And yeah, and it seems like that might be materialising, do you reckon?
Oh, I'm not really sure what's going on here, because the first sort of slip of the tongue where she called him Theo, I kind of just thought it was an accident. You know, you do that, don't you? Especially when your brain's all over the place and you say the wrong name or whatever. And I think if I was Justin, I would have just left it. I would have made a mental note. Like, we could have seen him kind of react like, okay, I heard you say the wrong name, but I'm not going to mention it because I'm going to give you some grace. Because the reason why I'm saying that is it was the first time in ages that we'd seen her smiling, and although she was annoyed when Justin came home and the fun was kind of over, which is horrible actually when you think about it, but she was
Yeah.
still in the same room as him. She was still talking to him, and she was, kind of more upbeat than she has been with him. And he kind of ruined the whole thing by going, "Yeah, you just said the wrong name." And she was brought back into the grief again. And then she went and locked herself in the bedroom. And I was like, I think I would have done that differently. I wouldn't have mentioned it. I would have clocked it, made a mental note, and if she did it again, which it looks like she will be doing it again, then I would have spoken to her and said, okay, I think there's an issue here with the Sonny thing. I think, are you hanging out with him because he's, I don't know, a sort of substitute Theo? Is there
Yeah.
an issue? Is there a problem here?
He went in a bit hard and fast with it, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think that might have been more for our benefit.
Oh yeah,
Like
it was.
this is where it's going.
Yeah.
But yeah, in reality, I think I agree with you. In Justin's shoes, I think I'd have been a bit like, a bit
Mm,
odd.
mm,
Maybe she is, struggling a bit, or slip of the tongue, or like you say, heads all over the place. But then, like you say, multiple times, it's what Justin hasn't seen as well. We've seen a lot more of her interactions with Sonny that Justin hasn't.
yes.
And for me, she is I think we've seen more of her dependency on him than Justin has. And
Yes.
so it was a bit of a stretch for him to go straight to that. Do you know what I mean? I kind of
Yes.
understand us like side eyeing it.
Mm,
Because we've seen things and scenes and conversations. And then
yeah.
obviously after the arrest, what I think Justin is doing wrong here, because repeatedly Leah is telling him, "You're not on my side. I don't
Mm,
feel like you're in my corner." Um, and every time he tries to tell her he is, and it's raised voices. It's
mm,
not trying to listen and understand her side. It's trying to tell her how it should
mm,
be.
mm,
Now, she's being irrational. We all know that. I think we can all agree that, but you give those things a pass, don't you, in times of grief?
yeah.
And I think she is telling him, I don't feel like you're with me. I'm
Mm,
the only one fighting for Theo. You're not listening to me. And all he does is sort of come up against her with reasons why her thoughts and her feelings about Lacey and all the rest of it, and the newspaper and the article. He just keeps butting with her because he's telling her the opposite. And of
mm,
course, she feels like he's against her.
yes.
So in a way, Justin has pushed her into this with
Yeah.
Sonny
Yeah. You're
without
right.
realizing it.
You're absolutely right. It's just in sort of self-sabotaging, really.
Yeah. I think all he needs to really do is just reassure her that they're a team.
Mm,
He's heard her concerns. Listen, Dave's my mate, as he
mm.
calls him now, Dave. Dave. Um, I'll speak to him about Lacey.
Mm,
There's nothing I can do. What's done is done,
mm.
right? Um, and I'll speak to the newspaper. We'll do it together. We'll send an email. We'll phone them together. She just wants someone
You're right.
to feel
Yeah.
like she's not going crazy.
You're right. She just wants someone in her corner rather than someone questioning her. Yeah, you're
But
right.
that's what Sonny's done. Sonny's
Mm,
come round and said, "How are you doing? Do you want to
mm,
play a game? Let's distract you.
mm.
That's what Justin should be doing more of that, in
Yeah,
my
you're right.
opinion.
Do you think it's because we know Justin's having grief counselling, don't we, on the side, and he's going to
Mm,
that on his own? Do we think he's processing that because he's got someone to talk to about it, and he's getting a not closure because it's not that, but closer to accepting his feelings, and I don't know, and
Possibly, yeah.
she's just
There was a
spiraling, isn't she?
comment, wasn't there, like a throwaway comment about everyone processes it differently or something. So you might be onto something there, because as well we're not really privy to what the counselling, what he's been saying there, do we, or what what advice he's getting there? But
No, but he
he's
seems more
definitely
together.
more, he's definitely more detached from it and sort of able to objectively look at some things, like the newspaper article was always going to be there, and it's all no one's given an interview, was always going to happen. That's what newspapers do. She's
Yes.
not at that point, is she?
No.
And to back up what we're saying here, Leah spends the night with Sonny, talking all night with him about it all. Something that perhaps she should have been doing with her husband.
Yes, definitely. And this is where I've got
So
concerns, because although it's nice to see Leah and Sonny have a relationship on screen, because I do think they work well together, and I do enjoy seeing their scenes, and I think her having him as a confidant is a good thing in terms of keeping Theo alive in her memory and that kind of thing. But I do think we are getting into dangerous territory now, because Sonny's friendship with Leah is sabotaging Sonny's life. So she's getting a
yeah,
lot out of this. She's getting like this person that's there at the drop of a hat that she can go and talk to and feel better. And she says to Justin, "Oh, he makes me smile, makes me forget about all the shit that's going on." But what's Sonny getting out of it? He's letting Remy down this week. He's letting Dana down this week, and he's getting like Justin rolled up.
yeah,
So
yeah,
Sonny's not benefiting from this friendship with Leah at all. He's actually sabotaging his friendships with his girlfriend, and
yeah,
his Remy and Eden, and
yeah,
Justin's not
yeah.
happy with him. So it's like, it's making me feel a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're right. It's funny because a friend of the pod, Tamsin, who listeners will know, asked me in the week when this went out, like, what do you make of this Sonny situation? And I said, I think he's blind. I think he's walking blind. I think he's
Yeah.
clueless. I think he's
Yes.
just trying to be that guy.
Yeah.
He's trying to be a nice guy. And I think it, when and if he discovers what is going on in terms of Leah's space, and I'm surprised Justin's not attempted to speak to him about it more yet. Perhaps he'll be mortified. Perhaps Sonny will change his tact. And then it'd be interesting to see how that makes Leah feel, given what's going on here now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be that's going to be potentially explosive, isn't it? Because if Dana's saying you're spending too much time with Leah and it's at the jeopardy, I need you, because she's got all this stuff with her mum and her sister going on, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm available. He was ignoring Leah's text messages at first, wasn't he? Because he was trying to spend time with Dana and support Dana, because he's got Dana leaning on him, and that's his girlfriend. But then he's got Leah leaning on him, but then it's like he's stuck between them two, and then he's letting Remy down at the side. So if Leah sort of gets brushed off by him, is she going to go backwards? Because he's going to
Yeah,
have to say, "Look, I want to be there for you, but I can't. You can't lean on me this much. You're going to have to lean on Justin or
yeah,
whoever, or Marilyn, or anybody, Mr. Stewart. She's not just
yeah.
like Justin said. You've got other friends. It doesn't have to be him, but it's Sonny, because he's the closest thing to Theo that she's got, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah, and all those others, see, they've been tarnished with the same brush as Justin because she overheard them, didn't she?
Oh yes,
Talking.
yeah.
So she genuinely feels like she's on her own, which is sad, really. And I did start to turn a bit towards the end of the week in terms of sympathy. I did start to sort of turn towards it, I must say, because this isn't through stupidity or just being a
No,
horrible person. This is through something quite sad. So
yeah, yeah.
I think we're approaching a crossroads, like you say. I'll be interested to see what happens to her. It really will. So yeah. Right, Sonny and Remy have found the next big star. They too could be number 4 in Denmark.
Denmark's fuming.
Denmark's fuming. And anyway, they don't want a year 12 music teacher in the charts, guys. Who does?
Who does? Good point.
Eddie Shepherd coming to a stadium near you. He's invited him over, hasn't he, to seduce him to the record label, and to Sonny's disgust because it's full of boxes and they've not even got equipment yet because Das is somewhere en route from Germany. And it's taking its damn time, isn't it? So, obviously not flying Qatar down. So Sonny's got this big plan. They're gonna hire a boat. They're gonna do a charter a boat. No one mentions the Black's Land. Perfect opportunity. Why did no one think of that? And it's all going to be good. And just as it's about to happen, and they're going to go into this massive meeting, it's going to be the first artist they sign. Sonny gets summoned to Leah for reasons we've just discussed at length, right? So he's late, and Eddie's arrived, and instead Eden's there getting the whole tour of Back on Track Records. So they start this big sort of piece of theatre about how amazing it is, and she's like, "Yeah, this bar really inspires my songwriting." You know, like maybe her first single, Fully Stocked, is coming out now. I don't know. Pre-save bar tab on Spotify now. You know. And you know they're really, really hamming it up, aren't they? And I was thinking, why? The guy's just told you he's unsigned. He does a few gigs on the side. He's actually his passions are his kids at school. He's a teacher. Like, is he really serious about signing with the label? He didn't say that to me.
No. I was really confused. I'm glad you said the same thing, because I think I said something on a tweet along in the week, and I was like, why are we trying to schmooze and why are we lying so much to somebody like who, from what I can make out, is just some guy they've seen sing in a pub? You know, he's not like he's not like someone that's got like 5 potential record deals in his pocket and he's trying to pick one of them and go with the best label. They're not trying to like poach him off someone else. He's not the next big thing. He's just someone that Remy has seen play and was impressed by. And I don't know, I think it was all a bit up in the air. And I did tweet this week, and I said I think it feels a bit weird, like that Remy's coming across as so nervous and beggy for this guy. And Mr. David agreed on the tweet along, and I thought, okay, it's not just me. Mr. David said something like, yeah, it should be the muso that's this nervous, not Remy.
Yeah, because Remy's the one with the cash. Do you know what I mean? He's the one that might potentially get your career off the ground.
Exactly.
It was a bit odd.
And he, like, I can't forget this. Remy's a multi-millionaire, so even if he signs Eddie, and Eddie is not the next best thing, we just chalk it up as experience, and we go, oh well, on to the next one. If he falls flat on his face, Remy's not losing anything. I don't think. He just gets the next one. He's not going to go bust. He's got millions in the bank. I don't get it.
It is a bit weird, isn't it?
It is weird.
It should have been Eddie trying to say, "I'm your guy." Listen to, you know, I mean, he just a sing song for us, doesn't he?
You don't see him play guitar, though, did you notice?
No, yeah.
So we just see his face, and I was like, he's not even touched that guitar once, because we've not seen his fingers at all.
Yeah, it was a very close up, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, it was a bit weird. We're going to have to Jenny it, right? They really want him for some reason. Sonny then sort of says, look, listen, this is all bollocks. Like, not Sonny, Remy, sorry. Says this is all a load of rubbish. Like, we're not even finished. I've not even got anything to record anything on. That's somewhere between here and Germany. And yeah, I've got no other artists either. Like, this is it. A couple of boxes and a bar. And it does make Remy look a little bit unprofessional, a little bit sort of wet behind the ears when it comes to this stuff. But so is he. So they're a perfect fit for that reason and that reason only. Do you know what I mean?
But if he'd been open about it, if he'd said that at the beginning, if Remy had said, "Look, my background is playing in bands and producing albums, and this is the first time I've decided to branch out on my own, get my first record label, and I'm just setting it up now, and I was starting to go out and scout for people. I didn't expect to come across someone so quickly, and I found you, and I'm not fully there yet with the studio, but I wasn't expecting to see someone in my first night out trying to scout for talent, and there you were. So I'm going to be honest with you and say we're not quite ready yet, but we're going to get there. And sell what he is good at, because eventually they started talking about what he brings to the table. I didn't really get why we did it the other way around. It was really
exactly as you say. A music teacher from the rural blooming Australia is not going to have Virgin Records and EMI knocking at the door, is he? So that's your pitch. That's your pitch. It's like you're still going to be able to continue your passion. We'll nurture you. Whenever we're not ready yet, when the stuff comes, we'll work. I really like you. I really want to work with you, and we can grow this together, and it could be good. And that's all it needed to be. It was daft.
What he ended up doing was making himself look like a con man, really.
Yeah.
Lying.
And you couldn't blame him for walking out, really. No. Trying to get an Uber. Sonny does stop him, though, so it sounds like he might talk him round. So the hype man did his magic. So looks like we might see a bit more of Eddie. Watch the story. I'm sure we'll find out next week. Now, Harper has decided to reach out to her mum. Nervous about telling Dana, isn't she, for obvious reasons. And when she eventually tells her, sits her down for an attempted brunch. And Dana's like, "Why are you telling me? I told you to leave me out of it." She's fuming, isn't she? I'm like, well, yeah, she did. She did say, "You do you. I want nothing to do with it. So why are you sitting her down and telling her?" She's right.
Yeah, she's right. But Harper can't make a decision unless somebody else helps her do it.
Well, yeah, there is that, isn't there? Yeah.
It is. She wants someone else to tell her, "Oh, yeah, let's do it together." She can't do it on her own. This is why she frustrates me. I'm like, if you want to do something, you crack on and do it, love. You don't wait for permission from someone else. Just go and do it. Because what she really wants is for Dana to agree with her and say, "Go ahead, then text her." And then when it all blows up, she can say it was both of them.
It wasn't just you're right. Yeah, you are right.
Sorry. I know you, Harper. I've seen you. I know you. I know your game.
You have been seen. So after talk, this is the right, and Harper ends up because of this behaviour. Harper complicates things for herself because now Dana's wound up about it again, whereas Dana had closed it. Dana was like, whatever. She'd already done the turmoil week before last and said, right, you do you, I'm out of it. I've tried to tell you, I'm done. And then Harper could have gone and done it and found out herself. Instead, she dragged Dana back in, which opens up the wound, doesn't it? And then after talking with Maz and Brie over a coffee, it makes Dana think, do you know what? I've changed my mind. I need to reconvince her not to do it. And I'm like, this was all closed, Dana, for you. Yeah. And thanks to your sister, we're here again. So we're back at the house and we're begging her not to do it. Too late. Harper's already texted Mum. And the response, I mean, I'm not paternal. But even I wouldn't have done that.
I send nicer texts to my every lady than she sends to her daughter. It's awful. Yeah.
And she throws parcels at your face.
She throws them at the door, she throws them over the fence sometimes.
If you can see her.
Yeah.
If she can be asked getting out of bed. Yeah. Nevry, as we call them in this house. What's going on here? The message back is something like, what do you want?
Yeah.
What do you want? Can I phone you? If you want.
It's very teenager.
Dana's fuming.
It's like the roles are reversed. It's like she's trying to get a teenager to come out of his room. You know what I mean? And like, do you want to come downstairs and eat dinner with you if you want? It's just.
Yeah.
It's not what you.
I've got to say though. No, it's not. But I've got to say, this does excite me a little bit
Oh yeah.
because we want a Cheryl Braxton type, don't we? We want a down and out mother to come,
Yeah.
who's really. We don't want someone who's reformed and doesn't, because we know Dad didn't really look like he was young, but like we don't want someone to be like, my daughters are trying to win them back, and we want it to happen a different way, don't we? Because we prefer that kind of character. It's more interesting.
Yes.
So we sort of need her to be really, is it unmaternal, immaternal, dismaternal, not maternal?
One of those. One of those. Yeah.
That's what we want, right? Because that's
I
more interesting.
I think I was expecting, because I thought the first question was really interesting. The what do you want? So it implies that she thinks her daughter would only contact her if she wanted something. And I thought maybe that says more about the mum than it does about Harper. Maybe the mum would think, I would only contact you if I want something. So you must be contacting me because you want something. And then I thought, what could the mum want from Harper? And maybe that would have been interesting. Like if Harper had texted her and then the mum had been more keen, but only because she wanted to like sponge off her or rob off her, or you know what I mean? Like there was some reason why she wanted to get in touch with Harper that was not a nice reason, if you see what I mean. But the what do you want? I was like thrown by that because I was like, that's not what I was expecting, I'll be honest.
Yeah, same. I was expecting it to be like, oh, I'm so glad you've got in touch. Like, let's meet up. And then I was expecting it to be different, and then Dana struggled with that,
Yeah.
That's where I expected to go. It sounds like what we're gonna get is a mother who, as Dana puts it, has not been there. Like, she's had 10 years of not speaking to her own children, and her first thought is going to be, Harper's contacted me with a baby. Does she want something from me? And it's going to be interesting. This is too early to tell, but the early signs are Harper's going to regret doing this. I hope we get to meet Mum, and I hope she's a cow, because that is so much more interesting to watch.
It is, yeah. It is. But I was kind of I think I was expecting her to be nice, pretend nice up front, and then you find out she's a cow. You know what I mean? And she's only got back in touch with her because she wants something. Maybe that's just too obvious, and that's why this has thrown me. Because it's just the what do you want? Yeah, you can come and see me if you want. Not like, oh, she's not groveling. She's not trying to mend bridges, or she's not even giving any details of her life. Like she says something like, I can't. She said, can I call you? And she said, it's not a convenient time or something. She's not said, oh no, I'm at work, or oh no, I'm looking after so and so, or whatever. There's no reason why she can't call. It's just like, no, not right now. Very closed off. I was like, oh, this is interesting, but
it is. I mean, when I actually sit down and think about it and the details, this is someone who hasn't even told them that their dad's died.
Yeah, that's true. Hasn't even tried to contact them as far as we know.
No. And normally, you can have we've all got families, right? If there's a feud or whatever, we've all got we've all know what we're talking about. Normally a death sort of simmers that, even temporarily, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The news of something like that happening, people come together, don't they? In them times, and that's not even happened here.
But we don't know how they ended it. This is the thing. We know they've not been in touch for 10 years. But if the last conversation they had ended up in Dana and Harper saying, oh, wish you were dead, or whatever, and then Dad dies, and they're like, well, you've got what you wanted, so,
that could humanise the mother for us, the audience.
Yeah.
Because we don't even know what her relationship was with him, and whether there's grief there, what the grief looks like. I think this has become, or could become, one of the most invested stories we've got at the minute, actually.
Yes.
Yeah. And obviously, because at the minute, my stance in this position would be Dana. But I can see I was saying last week, wasn't I, on the pod, that Harper's
Mm.
responsibilities are different now, and she thinks differently, and that's just something Dana can't comprehend, and I get that, but like, how does that work with their dynamic? And there's so many questions around, like you say, how they left the relationship with the parents, what their relationship was like between each other, and the circumstances around the death, because it's some rotten coldness, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's made you feel for Harper, like having her break down, crying and saying, I need to go and do this, and I wish you could support me, but I'm just going to go and
Yeah,
do it." Seeing
yeah,
those text messages that she's had from her mum, I mean, you'd have to be made of stone not to feel for her that she's,
yeah.
imagine reaching out to your mum and you get that back. It's horrible.
I know.
So I did
And
feel for her.
imagine not acting on that though as well. She's damned if she does and damned if she doesn't now that text
Yeah.
has gone. Because imagine getting those texts back and thinking, yeah, Dana, you're right. Let's leave it. You're then going to sit there and think that's what your mum last said to you.
Yeah, that's true. And it does make you feel for it because I'll be honest, I mean, anyone that's listened to any of the episodes that we've done on this podcast will know I'm not Harper's biggest fan.
Mm,
But this could be the storyline that makes me see her differently, makes me sort of feel that empathy with her because she's not chasing after a man. She's not
yeah.
doing something. She's trying to build a relationship with someone who everybody wants a relationship with, her own mother, and to get rejected or get treated badly, you can't help but feel sad for her. Like yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. It's relatable stuff is what it is.
yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's what it is, isn't it? It's
yeah,
family, relatable, character-driven stuff. And I think where we go with it could be fascinating.
yeah,
In my opinion, I think the actors as well, Dana and
yeah,
Harper actors. I think they can pull this off in a really
yeah,
enjoyable way. I think it's going to be good. I mean, even their conflict is good. They
yes.
really have good chemistry, don't they?
They do come
Um,
across as that sibling relationship, don't they? Because
yeah,
you can tell they
yeah,
love the bones of each other, but then they wind each other up, and that's so relatable
yeah,
because that's how you feel about
yeah.
your family. You love your family to death, but oh my god, nobody annoys you like your family at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Of course, yeah. You're spot on. Yeah, they've got it just right, haven't they? Yeah, they're really
Yeah,
believable as sisters. So
yeah.
it's gonna be interesting because obviously they're on different sides of the line here, and I don't know. There's another element to it as well where Dana is sort of letting Sonny in on it, but he doesn't really have time for her with what he's doing with Leah. And
Mm,
this, for me, I've just got one eye on that. I don't know if it's going to blow up, but
yeah.
I'm like, you know, when he wasn't really there when Dana needed him to, and she was dead good about it, but like he's able to make extra time for Leah. And I
Mm,
don't know whether there's something there that might
and
might spin off.
I don't think Dana's got the patience for that. I mean, we've seen her patience run out with Marilyn this week pretty
Mhm.
quickly. I think I
Mhm.
would have bit my tongue a bit more, but she had to go at it. She's like, "Can't you tell I don't want to talk about this?" And I thought,
Mhm.
yeah, this is showing her that she has got that quick temper. And if she decides one day that actually I'm not okay with you supporting Leah because you're dropping me at the expense of that, I
Yeah.
don't think that. I mean, we've seen these two argue. It's not fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I'm just keeping one eye on that. So
Mm,
because yeah, I'm a bit worried about that.
yes.
Um. Yeah. I mean, luckily, if she's doing any life saving, this
Mm,
John's back. He's back.
that's true.
She's got a hotel pen winging its
Oh,
way.
did you notice the name of the hotel? I tried to translate it because it was like Hotel de la Redouille or something, and I think it translates as like budget hotel
Oh,
in
does it?
English. Yeah,
I love that.
because Redouille means like cheap or reduction or like
Oh
budget or
yeah,
whatever.
makes
So
sense.
I was like,
Hmm.
oh, I think that's meant to be the joke that he stayed in like the cheapest hotel he could.
Oh, well spotted. I love these little nuggets. Well done.
Did make me
He
laugh.
loved it, didn't he? He had his little Eiffel Tower T-shirt on.
I know.
Very little news about Irene other than she's doing well.
Yeah, I
So,
mean that's good, but I wanted a bit more. I'll be honest. I wanted a bit
well,
more
I wanted,
details.
wanted him to come back and say I buried her.
No, sorry.
She's living on eternally in Saint-Tropez or something.
She's had a Viking funeral in Capri. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, she's doing well. So now we've still got to imagine her confused and lost in some Siberian campsite.
It's true. Oh dear. I try to think positively. I try to think of her just swanning around eating croissants, a bit like the Traitors breakfast. She comes down every morning to the hotel, and she's
Emily
got
in
flowers.
Paris or something.
She's got flowers on the table. She's got croissants coming out of her ears.
Smoking indoors. Yeah.
Exactly. Wine
All the
tasting in the
champagne she can
afternoon.
drink.
Exactly. That's how I like to imagine her. Yes. I will be Delulu, and you will not bring me down.
Whereas I'm just like, kill her, then we know. But yeah,
no, don't do it to me.
She's going to live on forever like Morag, and we're just going to not talk. This is the thing with these.
Hope so.
Yeah, this is the thing with these characters. Very last thing to mention on the bill this week is Tane and Jo agreeing to keep things on the DL. They're back in that blooming motel again.
I was hoping this was not going to be on the agenda.
Sorry, it is only a small one.
Or the agenda to be.
Please.
Ew, I know. Tane's definitely on her agenda, but anyway. Oh, I'm not feeling it. It's still a week later. I'm still not feeling this.
No, well, I don't even think they're feeling anything either. Literally, when they're sat on the bed, they look miles apart. It just looks a bit weird.
There was like them and like a pizza box and a bottle of water, and I was like, "This is all a bit. It's all a bit dirty." And I think even Lacey said that, like, back at the motel, that's a bit, seedy." And I thought, "Yeah, it is, isn't it? Like, yeah, it's not. It's not like a sexy, spicy. Oh yeah, we're sneaking around, and it just feels a bit dirty to me, but not in a good way."
Yeah, it does. You're right. I agree. And this conversation about keeping it a secret for longer only added to that. And I don't know. Is it for Harper's benefit? Is that all we're doing it for?
I honestly think
it's Sarge, isn't it?
It's Sarge, and Tane doesn't want to have to deal with the fact, because we had a Sarge and Tane moment, didn't we? Where they kind of met in Salt just briefly, as that one of them was coming in and one of them was going out. And
he apologised, didn't he?
Yeah, it was like, I shouldn't have had a go at you, and I shouldn't have conducted myself in that way, and it was unprofessional, because he went around and did his like, probation check or whatever, didn't he? And it was very unprofessional. He apologised, but then he said, "But I stand by what I said about you and Jo. You're a mess. Stay away from her," basically. And I was like, "Oh," because we all know that they've already done the deed a couple of times in the motel. So I was like, I was cringing, like, oh, like, this is not fun. I've forgotten where I was going with this, but I had a point and I've forgotten what it was.
We're keeping it a secret from Sarge because Tane doesn't want his head ripped off.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, so Tane's doing it because he doesn't want his head ripped off. But then in the next sort of scene, he calls Jo back from the motel. He doesn't know that she's there because, we've kept that quiet. But Sarge is trying to do that, like, nice lunch thing because it's still Theo's birthday 10 days later. So we're having a lunch for Theo. And he says something really cringy about how Theo was a really nice bloke and that's all you want for your daughters. You just want them to meet a nice man who will love them. And obviously Jo's in the background knowing now that her dad doesn't approve of her boyfriend.
Yeah.
And it's all awkward. But also I'm sat there going, well, Theo was no angel. He's got to look him up on the supercomputer, Sarge. He's been joyriding in the Polaris. He's buried his friends alive and nearly killed them. He's done illegal street racing, drag racing, God knows what else. Yeah. He's done drugs,
Yeah. Cashing and jobs for the River Boys. Exactly. That's where your blooming daughter was for months. And I don't.
He was like, "Oh, he was a fine young man," and I was like, "Compared to
who?" Yeah. A lunch in his honour and he didn't even know him. It was
amazing,
a bit
isn't
daft.
it? It's amazing how when someone dies, they become an automatic angel and they get kind of that reputation that they were such a good person. It's like, no, they weren't. Like, I liked Theo and I thought he was a nice fella, but he wasn't an angel.
No, you're right.
He'd
No.
done lots of bad things. Okay, he didn't kidnap a baby off the beach, but not everybody does, do they?
He'll never get forgiven for that. Honestly, Tane's no one can see past that. Tane's done
they
for.
shouldn't. They shouldn't see past it.
No, you're right. I'm still shocked that Saj wasn't even aware of Tane's sitch. It was national news.
That's true. We did have a manhunt, didn't we, on the news?
Yeah. He was hiding out at Cuzzy's house.
Yeah.
So it's all a bit far fetched, isn't it? But yes, we are going to head to a point where Sarge Dave's doing a bust at the motel and sees them or something, isn't he? He's going to be always dragging them out of bed.
Shame.
If his stripes on his collar are worth their weight, he'll smell a rat before we know it.
Yeah. Well, like you say, the dodgy motel, the kind of people that normally hang out there, fugitives and druggies and God knows what. He's going to be there doing a bust or something and see her doing the walk of shame across the car park. Of
course, yeah. I'm not a minute too late because I just need this over with.
Yes. Yeah, true.
This couple ain't it.
Right, Si, it's time for the first Your Say of the Bay of 2026.
My Say of the Bay?
Yes, it is. So tell me your thoughts.
Well, you've just listened to him for an hour.
That's true. Okay.
Do you want him again? From the top. Week 2 of Coastal News. How are you, Sophie?
I can't. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear. Thankfully, listener, thank you for spending the last hour with us. Thankfully, you're not going to hear say again. This is actually the part of the pod where we want to hear from you guys. You've just heard what we think of this week's shenanigans in the Bay, but we want to hear from you, the other viewers out there that watch the show and listening right now. Some of you guys listening actually might remember that at the end of last year, we launched a new way of contacting us so that you can share your thoughts and your reactions, which is on our website. So coastalnewspod.com launched last year, didn't it?
It did.
It did.
To much fanfare.
It did. So if you make your way there and you navigate to the Your Say on the Bay section, there's a shiny form on there where you can input your name, or you can be an anonymous anonymous feedbacker if you want to be, but we'd love it if you put your name so we know who it is. Put your name, and there's a little box there that you can type all your thoughts. So what we want to know is, what do you think about what has happened on Home and Away this week, or next week if you're watching it next week and you want to jump on and tell us your thoughts. If you do that, those thoughts will be pinged to us, and then we can read them out in this section of the podcast. So that's the whole spiel, isn't it? Have I covered everything? I think I have.
Covered everything. I think the only thing to add really is that I think we're going to prioritise that method this year, because it's a bit long-winded. It's not reading mind-numbing comments off Facebook so much, and it's just people generally the guys that send those in on there send us some nice messages, and they're really good for us to pick up. It's really something to get our teeth into, and react to. So, if you want to get involved, get it on there. Be really helpful.
Yeah.
And you've more chance of us responding and reading it out, I would say.
Definitely. And before I read out your thoughts, just a quick reminder that we're on social medias. So obviously we are Coastal News Podcast, at Coastal News Pod, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, YouTube, Twitter, Blue Sky, all the places you can think of, we're on there. We also do tweet along live while we watch the show. So we watch 6:30 till 7 p.m. Monday to Friday. We talk to people on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, using the Home and Away UK hashtag. So while we're watching the show at 6:30, we jump on there, we talk about what's happening on the show right now in front of our eyeballs, and anybody else that's online using that hashtag, will have a conversation with them and see what they think as well. So that's always good fun. If you can't spend time filling out a form, and if you just want someone to talk to you about what's happening in the moment, on screen. That's always a good fun thing to go and do and talk to people that are just
Yeah.
like you, sitting at home and watching the show and either enjoying it or not enjoying it. You might find people that agree with you. You might find a different point of view that you hadn't thought of before, which is always really good. So yeah, it's a nice little community on there, isn't it?
Yes, it's lovely. Come on down.
Come on down. Join us. But I do have a response on the form, on the coastalnewspod.com form.
Ooh, check you out.
It's from Jacob. Hi, Jacob.
Hello, Happy New Year.
He does say that, actually. He says, good day and Happy New Year. That's the first line of his message. He also has a little pop at me in the next line. You know when you think, oh, you like someone, and then you're like, oh,
look a boy.
You can go off people, Jacob. Anyway, you think he's making a little dig about the fact that I had a couple of weeks off last year, and he's saying, thanks for popping in, Sophie, with a laughing face. How rude. As my mum would say, you're not too old for a thick ear. Oh dear. All in jest, I'm sure. Yeah, hope you had a great Chrissy, he says. He's talking about Channel 5 to start with and the decision to take Home and Away off the channel and play it on 5-star. So he says, what's with this decision? They're also not adding the next episode, on demand before the day. What is the reason for this then? Now, I don't think he's understood what they're doing with the on-demand thing. So the on-demand thing, I think the problem is that people have logged into the app and they're getting confused because they've changed the way that they label the episodes on the 5 app, haven't they? So before Christmas, when they were uploading what they called the first look episode at 6:30, they were labeling that as tomorrow's episode. So if you logged in on a Monday, let's say, it would say Tuesday and it would be Tuesday's episode. They're not doing that anymore because they're treating 6:30 as the pace and 6 o'clock as the catch-up pace. The days are lining up correctly. So when you go into the app now and it says Monday, it is Monday at 6:30 today's episode, not Tuesday at 6:30. And I think a lot of people are getting lost with this, aren't they?
You can't blame him, can you?
I know. Yeah.
When it came back, because it started back on a Friday, which seems pointless now, really, when you think about it. It could have just waited till Monday. That would have, in the past, would have been labelled as Monday on the app, one day ahead. But there's nothing to be one day ahead of, isn't it, is what you're saying.
Yes.
So they labelled it Friday correct in line with that. So the days that it's labelled, they're not putting it on there. They've labelled it the correct day, haven't they?
Yeah. So if you watch at 6:30, if you're watching at first look, what we used to call first look page, if you're watching at 6:30, then the episodes on there are the correct days.
Exactly. And I've told you this. I mean, this is a prime example. Me and you've been talking at little length about this privately. I think it's really clever, actually, the way they've done this. They've sort of weaned people over to the other pace without a lot of them even realising it.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people thought that they were putting the next day's episode on the day before, but they're not. They're putting... Oh, it's so confusing. They're putting today's first look episode on, but giving it tomorrow's day.
Yeah.
It is confusing. I can see why people are confused.
I know, same.
But if you're watching it on the app now, just watch whatever day is today's episode.
Yeah, there's a new episode every day, 6 a.m.
You don't have to do any logistics to work out. Okay, so today's Tuesday, so I need to watch Wednesday. It's nothing like that. It's today's Tuesday. I watch Tuesday, and Tuesday is 6:30 p.m. episode, and the catch-up episode now, crucially, is the 6 o'clock one. So if you're if you're logging in on a Tuesday and you want to watch the 6 o'clock one, it's called Monday. So it is confusing. It is. I know.
Yeah.
Yes. So he did ask, what's the reason for that then? Well, I don't think it's changed. I think people are not seeing the labels and understanding.
The labels changed, not what's happening. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's also raised the fact that Channel 5 let go of Neighbours. Are they about to do the same to Home and Away? Now, from what we've seen online, we don't think there's any risk to Home and Away at the moment. The numbers seem to be doing well. They put out a statement, didn't they, recently about the streaming numbers being higher than ever. So we're not going to panic about.
No, they said it was something like 34% up or something.
Yeah, it seemed quite
Some
high.
crazy numbers.
Yeah. So we're not worried currently, so I don't think you should be worried either, is the short answer. Have we got anything else to add to that one? Or am I?
I don't think so. Just that we're not privy to Channel 5's decision making, I suppose.
No.
We don't know, Dal.
We are completely unrelated. In fact,
but we have tried.
I would say that they would not endorse us, Dal. I would go out on a limb.
I think we used up all our credits when we got the opening titles back for you.
That's true, yeah. Which has made the episodes longer. And they do go on past 7 o'clock sometimes, but, you know.
Reckoning your soap schedule.
You know, it doesn't matter, because the next thing that comes on is like, you know, banged up.
Pop this zip. Bang a what?
Banged up GPs abroad or whatever.
Yeah, on bailiffs. Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody wants that. They want Home and Away. So he says, kicking off the new year with a complaint to you.
Oh.
Fancy sending your new reporter, Peter Rolfe, out to try and get the goss from the Survey residents. That was low. Don't you think they've been through enough? Can I just say, Peter is in a different department to us, and I don't know why they keep picking him, Joel.
Yeah, he's one of our best, though.
He is, but he does like to rile people up the wrong way.
Yeah. When there's a story nobody wants to do, we send him.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Right, now he's going to talk about Leah now. So he says Leah went to pick up Theo's stuff. She walks in on Sonny listening to music and asks, "Is that Lyric?" No, like it's another band that Theo was part of. What a stupid bloody question.
It's true.
It's true.
Went right over my head, that.
Yeah, I hadn't picked up on it either, but I did hear it was Matt Evans singing in the background. So
yeah.
Yes, maybe she just wasn't sure if it was her nephew or some other fella in a band. I don't know.
Yeah, or some other fella who lives in town.
Yeah, Eddie. Maybe it was Eddie's school music project. Who knows? He says, pretty cool seeing Remy's new studio. It's looking pretty sweet and nice tribute to Theo as well. Yeah, we talked about the Lush tribute, didn't we, last week? Yes, we did.
Yeah, it's a nice location, actually, isn't it? I hope we do see a bit more of it.
I love the fact that the location right now is literally just a bar and a patio. I mean, I love it because they're two of my favourite things. You know, when people are like, "Are you outdoorsy?" I'm like, "Yeah, I love a patio. Love a patio."
Yeah. Bit of decking. Yeah.
So yeah, I do like it, not because it's a studio, but because at the moment it just looks like a mega stop. It looks like a bachelor's pad. I mean, he is literally living there, isn't he, Remy?
It does look like his house. Yeah,
it's a bachelor pad. You know, bar, darts. You know, I'm surprised there's not a pool table. Maybe there is. I don't know. But it just you know that film Big, where Tom Hanks goes to the machine. It's
trampoline
like, and it's like his apartment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bunk beds and things. Yeah,
exactly. Space Invaders, bunk beds, trampoline. What more does a 40-year-old need? Anyway,
a giant piano.
Exactly. There you go, Remy. Perfect. Maybe that's what happened to Remy. Maybe he just went and made a wish one day, and now he's trapped in a 40-year-old body. Who knows?
28.
Oh yeah.
I won't have you speak any other words.
Sorry, apologies. Yes, I forgot. Jacob says, "I'm already fed up of Tane and Jo." Yeah. Is that what we're calling them? Tane and Jo, like banjo?
Oh God, I've not even got to a ship name yet because this just can't happen.
Yeah. Yes.
Tane and Jo. We'll go with it,
Tanjo.
Jacob.
We haven't got anything better, have we? Tanjo.
Mm.
It does sound like banjo, and banjos are quite annoying. I think that's quite a good vibe, actually.
Mm.
Yes. He says, just give it up. They don't look right together.
We're all saying it, see? We're all saying it.
Yes. It's nice to hear someone else saying it, though, because I'm like,
I know.
am I being mean because I don't like them? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've not seen anything online of anybody into it.
No, everyone's been saying that they just don't feel it. Yeah. No heat. No heat. Yeah. He also says, I noticed that Tane's got a new black Tommy Hilfiger t-shirt for Christmas. I didn't notice that. Well done for noticing. I have not spotted it, but yeah, I'll take your word for it. And Levi getting arrested was a long time coming. His temper has been running short for a while. Ooh, has it? Have I missed that? I didn't expect him to punch some random patient, did you?
Well, no, and I'm trying to think if I've noticed his temper. I thought this only really bubbled since his personal life sort of all set on fire.
Yes.
Right back in, Jacob, and elaborate and teach us what other things he's because generally I feel like he's been, I think I said it earlier, through all the IVF stuff, he's sort of been a bit of a punching bag, and he's doted on Mac, and he's done everything for her really that he possibly could. That's how I interpreted it, so I'd love to hear some elaboration there. It'd be interesting.
Definitely. Yeah, if that's happened, I've missed it as well, because I've not seen him get to the point where I thought, oh, he's going to punch someone. That for me came quite out of the blue. So yeah, that'd be interesting if you could come back to us, Jacob. Sorry, and elaborate and let us know what we've missed, because that would be really good to know. Because we both of us have missed it, so that God knows what we've been doing.
Yeah,
I thought we watched this show, but maybe we don't. And then Jacob says, Struth, Maz has taken on more than she can handle. Running the diner from open till close every day is clearly doing no good for her health, and Alf is concerned. Is Alf about to call Kangaroo back to the bay? Oh, Jesus Christ, I hope not. I haven't got the energy, doll.
You're enjoying the break.
Can we just wait until at least Feb, and then, I might have
You've
some
had
energy.
Time to warm up.
Yeah. I need defrosting first. But he does ask the question about Rue. He does say, what if she buys into the diner? Oh no, actually I don't know whether it is about Rue.
Is it Maz?
Could be about Maz, actually, because I'll read you the sentence that runs into this. So it says, Alf is concerned. Is he about to call Kangaroo back to the bay to help run things? Could she even buy into the diner? But then maybe that's not about Rue. Maybe that's about Maz.
Maybe it's about Maz. Honestly, I think that would have been a great... I think, did we even say this? When Irene sold her part, it would have been really good for Maz to have to buy in and buy Irene out.
Yes.
And then it could have been Maz and Leah, and Maz could have had a little bit more grounding and purpose in the bay. Did we say it on the pod or privately? I can't even remember now.
I can't remember.
Yeah. So I agree, actually. I think Maz, but I mean, she bloody works there enough. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they've missed a trick not putting her in, but they could. That's easily rectified, right? Just give Leah and Justin some money troubles later on down the line, and then that's how they could easily raise some cash. We just have to explain that Maz doesn't spend any money. She's been saving all her wages all these years.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree, though. I think Maz she's, of all the long-standing characters, she's sort of not got anything. And that could have been it.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah. I mean, the next sentence he says is that you've been crying out for Maz to get her own storyline. Again, this is it. So, yeah. Oh, we have. She needs it. And I was a bit worried it was going to be a health one from her collapse, but I'm hoping that was just she is tired.
Yeah, skip lunch.
Yeah.
Yes, by this point now, we've moved on a bit, haven't we? But yeah, let's keep our eye on Maz. I think it's time she got something this year. Let's hope it's good.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. And then the last sort of paragraph that Jacob's got on his message is, when are we going to WA? So Western Australia. So that is the Brax and Ricky storyline, isn't it? Which we know has been filmed because there was a big competition, wasn't there, back in September for a viewer to go and fly out to Australia, and they were going to get a tour of, I think it was Perth and Ningaloo, and there was a bunch of other places, wasn't there? And then they would go and see the filming of it somewhere on location. And we've probably all seen the pictures of Brax in a cowboy hat because they've been all over social media, haven't they? So that was about 5 months ago, was it?
Was it October? Was it
4 months ago? Yeah. We're not
Yeah.
long off getting that, because normally it's about 6 months, isn't it, from filming to actually being on an air in Australia. So that if that's 6 months, they're about a month or so away from that, and then we're about a month behind. So I reckon about 2 months' time we might be seeing that. Do you reckon?
Yeah. I think you're right. Maybe even add an extra month for good's sake, because there would have been production break over Christmas.
Oh, good point. Yes.
So maybe 3 months. Maybe about Easter time.
Yeah. Yes.
Maybe.
That's that. Brax and Ricky. Don't know what they're coming back for or how it fits in with any of the stuff that's going on screen right now, or if it's standalone. No idea. But that's what that was, because Jacob's next question was, that wasn't for Cash's and Eden's honeymoon, was it? No, we can confirm that Cash and Eden went to Taronga Zoo in Sydney, because we've been there.
Verified.
And we recognised that giraffe. We had a little chat with him as well. So that was definitely not WA. That was just the Taronga Zoo. So
it was.
Yes, it was. I did enjoy that, though. I wasn't on the pod for the reaction to that honeymoon episode, and I watched it when I got back from holiday. And I remember you telling me, like, you have to watch the wedding, like the honeymoon episode, and like come back to me, because we'd been to the zoo, hadn't we? And you were like, we've been there. I did love it. I have to say.
It was good.
It was good. And then Jacob says, well, I think that's it from me. I hope to hear from you both again next week. Oh, God, that's ominous, isn't it? You may or may not. Who knows? There's some peril, maybe. I don't know.
There's a lot of life between now and then. Yeah.
Definitely. And then he says, ciao. So, ciao, Jacob. Thank you so much for getting in touch with us and filling the form in. And for giving us your Say on the Bay, because without your Say on the Bay, there would be no your Say on the Bay section. So if you enjoy this section of the podcast and you want to give us your thoughts, please do go to coastalnewspod.com, navigate to the Your Say on the Bay section, fill in the form, and we might just read out your thoughts next week on the podcast.
Please take the time to like, subscribe, and review Coastal News wherever you source your podcasts, and ensure you never miss an episode.